As we are once again alive upon the internet. And yeah, let's make sure that we actually are. Bit rates in all places. Starting pretty early today, get most of my work stuff done, so I get to play video games. I thought, seeing as I'm gonna go play some video games, let's just turn on the stream. Yeah, everything looks okay. Kind of just was mindlessly staring at stuff there. And yeah. Actually, yeah, let's have a peek at this backfire thing. I think I set it all up okay yesterday. After stream, I did spend a little time just optimizing and fixing this thing up.
Entering safe area.
We haven't actually colored it yet. I think the turmoil. Let's actually fix that up as I remember that now. Still knowing that scroll thing on the right isn't working. T turmoil. Oh, fuck. I should. Yeah, if you click there, it just goes to the top right away. There. Nice and sucky colors. I do want to save the build as this. We'll carry around the pieces to make it that other version that we had there for a second. Which includes this Cheska mask. Then this striker. Yes, this one. So maybe I should as well fix these up real quick. So use those colors as well as just the figuring out which pieces belong to which belt. And it's still a little bit under the weather, but feeling slowly better and better, so that's good. Now this thing now is then 90 hazard all around, yeah, and 100 on bleed. This could also actually even be a handy, like a red style for dealing with the current shock epidemic. Oh yeah, those so actually, how much is my crit chance exactly? I think it's 54 without this mod, yeah, and then with the mod, it's a precise 60, which is perfect, of course. For the backfire, we would want as much crit chance as possible. Actually, while we have this thing up, let's put this into that SMG one. Where's the SMG one? Here it is. And hey Denison, and hey there Michael. What is the best rifle build? Kind of depends. Overall, either put it on Negotiator or Umbra or OD. Umbra is the hardest hitting of them. Oh well, technically Negotiator, but effectively Umbra. Like 3 stat on 3 enemies, Negotiator hits harder, but you know, you don't always have 3 enemies. Umbra generally can kind of compete, and OD is a little bit lower than the rest, but a lot more consistent and doesn't have really, you know, you just start the OD journey, like, you know, you status effect one thing and you basically keep going. Aces and Breaking Point and such are not the dedicated rifle builds or gear sets are, yeah, not great. They need a buff. Aces, like, Just getting rifles wasn't enough for it. Yeah, I wanted to add in this thing. So what am I actually gonna do? Like the build, I mean, that we were looking at. So backfire, but then on a actual backfire build. Let's be HZB. I'll use that as the distinction there. Okay. How to reach this flat 60? So it's a 10 plus 21 plus 15. 1 6 and 1 8. So this can go here and here. And then this one would be, so we're landing on 96. So actually, yeah, so we basically have 4 12s. Plus, not a plus 13 anymore as well. So plus 4 plus 25 plus 15 from the weapon. Wait, actually, does this even have a crit damage mod? Yeah, 15, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, that doesn't show up here. Oh no, jagged muzzle. Like, but then it's 3 times. So 3 times 12. 121, which is, yeah, with Coyote at short range. So let's take that, put that here and here. And plus 100 plus 200. Something broke. Why did both of these become plus 100? Yeah, 121. Wait, how's this a different number? Oh, okay. I paste that somewhere. There we go. Maybe steps of 100. Did anything else change here? Actually, no, still the same. Headshot, the backpack, and detox. Yeah. Oh wow, this actually still competes. Because with 20% headshot, even still 13 million at 100 stacks, which is 50 stacks now, which is, you know, achievable. Starts at 9. Actually, yeah, let's put the headshot for a second to 0. 9 million once striker is stacked. It's not actually too bad. For a build dedicated to this, because the thing is as well, the backfire, of course, like if we look at it, just putting it on striker numbers goes kind of silly. Not chatterbox silly, but still a little silly. But actually, what is it with 100% headshot? That's maybe more relevant as well, because That is additive to crit damage. So this is now on 12. Let's do 16. Okay, so Oreo does eat it once we start going headshotting, but then yeah, also Chatterbox was. It's also not feeding into crit damage. With the Banshee being so far behind. Yeah, Lady Death is still. Is this even correct? I mean, right? This... we took the basis from over there. But maybe something isn't correct. Oh, something broke here. I was gonna say, Lady Death can't be that low. Wait, here. Literally on that. That's all I'm stopping on. There we go. Oh yeah, that over under is a little bit much. that is a little bit much. Like when it's inactive, it really is inactive. Did I break anything else other than that? Oh, that's what I did. I pasted it on these 3 slots instead of the right 3 slots. Okay. That broke that. As I was gonna say, Lady Death with it active should definitely be over Ouroboros. Interesting. This is like Chatterbox 3 stack at 100 stacks for this build. Well, I mean, it's not in the same ballpark, but it's getting close to it. It's like 400k off. That's not nothing, but there should be some value to this setup, doing it this way. And then yeah, the just backfire on just Striker is kind of, although still not as silly as Chatterbox. Chatterbox really gets very, very silly. Yeah, so we have all the exotics now set up, and also even that extra one. And Haveries. And yeah, let's actually work on this for a minute. There's a very boring thing I need to do, which is this. At least it's cleaned up this time, so I don't have to remove any spaces or anything. It's just double click, Control V. And then the next set. Okay, let's implement some of these already. So it's all of these. They're not hard. They're just somewhat time consuming, somewhat. We already have a working solution as well for things like strained and measured and stuff. So we can just copy those over. And then, yes, most of the other stuff is stats anyway. So we just input them in there. That's somebody. I see somebody doing emotes behind me in the game. So, oh, it's Skyra. Just I'll give him a rose. Oh, actually, there's Cairo in the chat as well. Yeah, it's gonna in my own world there. It's a small world. No, it's a dark world. Yeah, Ranger 12 meters. So wait, how much would Ranger 12 meters even be? 6%? Yeah. So. Or just including it just to include as many. Actually, yeah, so we have flatline now. Wait, we'll come back to flatline. Because, yeah, we need to... That is, of course, not... That's, like... Even though you can run flatline, of course, even if you don't have a long rail, I don't see that as a effective thing to do. So we're just gonna make a selection there. That means need to. Well, actually, I know which because it's this the AUG, it's the MP5, and it's the Vector 45 and the UMP.
Thanks for making a deal.
But might as well double check.
Best gear in the city. I've got it right here.
So those okay, and then we have unwavering underneath here, which is just the sustained talent anyway. So it's gonna be the same as the fast hands and the bursts part, but. That makes a sense in the sustain part. Okay. Flat line, which is flat. The UG. That doesn't even have mod slots. UMP. Is that actually both UMPs? Is the other one? Yeah. Yeah, two of the MP5s and two of the AUGs and the Vector 45. Yeah. So here we're gonna X that. So Vector 45, MP5, AUG, and UMP. And then what we're gonna do is delete those rows. Delete these rows. Delete that row and delete this row. There we go. Just for my own sanity, we'll put that there just so we know where that one starts and ends. That's same here as well, just I know where that starts and ends, and then it starts and ends there. Okay. Actually, I should do this just for all of them. It's easier to see like where each section is. Yeah. Well, let's just get started. So, sadist, 30%. Control W. Control V. Oh wait, get this one as well. Yeah, so that one's easy. Killer. It's 70 now, so plus 70. I should do plus 70 on this one as well. Okay, so this is the 188s. Mm-hmm. 148 is the 178s. 178, 178. And then this is also just plus 70. And this is actually going to be just as fast. Let's do that. Let's see if they all end in plus 70 now. Up to there. Checks out. So killer measured. We're gonna take the AR measured. Although okay, yeah. So we need. Because yeah, we need the base RPMs, but we can get those pretty easily. Yeah, let's do that. Although we can even back calculate, that's going to be messy if we back calculate. If we take this section and put that here, and also if we add a few. Wait, why is it left? Why isn't it add a column right? I can just. So where does this one go? AK. Okay. That one. Get this out of here. Yeah, so let's take an SMG burst. Need the burst on this. Yeah. Okay. So these two should be right. This one should be right. And so those two RPMs come from that, and that RPM needs to be fed back. So, because if we copy this and put that here, copy this, put that here. So this is Y. So this now links to, is that how I did it here as well? Let's do it all the same way. Measured is, yeah, it's just to Y, and then this is also just there, right? So let's release that just so Doesn't look weird for people watching there. Actually, I'll be over here as I'm kind of in my own world for a bit. Probably the sun test seems 60 crit chance is the cap. Okay. Yeah, shouldn't be exactly not too. I mean, well, determining 60 would be kind of hard, but basically, yeah, if you're like super high on crit chance and stuff, with maybe like even triggering vindictives and then like, you know, all the other stuff, and it's still not looking like 100%, basically close to 100%. Wait, oh yeah. I'm like, what am I even doing? So this is now Y. Okay. So if I copy this and paste that all the way down to there. And then this is whatever the output is. Yeah. Let me copy that as well to here to here. Okay. Where's the attack vector? So 18. Right, this looks about right. Because I measured. We're just implementing it as an average. So. Yeah, Ranger 12 meters. So these are all sixes. From there to there. Next up, a few flat lines. Exactly. 4 of them. Oh, the flat lines, of course, have different crit chance, crit damage. Let's figure that out. Let's take a vector for a second. All of them are 3 mods, right? Yeah, so at least all of them are the same. But we basically lose a 5. Well, actually, no, we lose that 10. Lose. Because with all of these as well, I would have a 10 in there. So we lose that 10 at the end. Yeah. Because with the SMGs, we're doing 2 crit chance mods and 1 crit damage mod. Which seems to be the preferred setup. Because we still can take Cheska even, and we go to like, look at 61, right? If I put this at like 80%, yeah, 61. Which looks pretty good. 1 over is not a bad deal, and Cheska still beats group at that point. Yeah, let me get you up here. And hey, Dragon. I think that to be very good. I'll read the build. I'd like to see if someone can come up with something, use it there and get really good results from it. Dare wouldn't lead to good results with it, but there has already been like, yeah, the red Heartbreaker at the moment is basically on numbers at 100 stacks of it versus 100 stacks of Striker is kind of pretty equivalent. It comes down to as well the Heartbreaker being very, able to put flatline in there and stuff. But yeah, the Heartbreaker setup is this. Like if you're looking for the Heartbreaker setup for it, like that, we already solved that one. Like when Heartbreaker was OP years ago, before it got it got added in with being self-multiplicative, being and now it's at self-additive. So they changed that. It used to be a lot stronger. But yeah, Cheska Backpack, Vigilance, Coyote. The Vigilance as well gets actually protected by the blue armor. So as long as you have, as long as they're not hitting your white armor, as long as they're hitting your bonus armor, your blue armor, you're still safe with that shield. The thing with it there is that there does not have an underbarrel rail for flatline. Also now, it would still lose pretty consistently to the M249 and the M60, where the Kingbreaker doesn't. But not having that underbarrel means you have to headshot, and if you're taking this build to become a headshot build, basically at that point, well, it's just not stat-wise, but a build where you need to hit a headshot or use your skills to kind of pulse with, it gets really annoying real fast. The big issue with Heartbreaker is its stacking. Like, that's the reason it's not going to become the general meta. It's as long as its stacking is horrendous the way it is. Because if you ever used Heartbreaker, if you shoot at an enemy with strikers, you basically, for every hit that you get a stack consistently. For Heartbreaker, not so much. Basically, 1 in like 2.5 stacks kind of get counted. So that means you need to stack with ACS quite often. Yeah. But at least with its buff now, it's competitive enough with the Obliterate Striker. And then, yeah, Chest Striker, of course, is still just Chest Striker. Like, that's not going to be beaten by it. Wait, do actually any of these have alteration? No, like Killer, right? Measured Rangers, so yeah, Flatline is the only one that had different crit chances. So or crit chance, crit damages. So that's taken care of. Okay, next up, Strained. And then we can just take the AR implementation we had. I would just need to feed that all back in. But I'm definitely gonna put back a red Heartbreaker. Like that build I showed a second ago. It has an X in front of it, which means that it's an X build, which means it's in the same way as we use it in real life. It's a build I had. I don't have it anymore. We, for some reason, decided to not keep it. In that case, it was just the worst striker. So. But that's as well if you're just going for output, of course. So this is Y again, right? So actually we can even take it from here. No, not there, here. So this goes here. That all goes all the way down to there. Something broke. What? Why is this an empty input? Oh. It's handy. This needs to exist, of course, then as well for all of this. Well, as well, Heartbreaker does have some benefits with a little bit more blue or something, but the second it goes more blue, it's going to be we're going towards Heartbreaker Tech Tank, and Heartbreaker Tech Tank, of course, is just and I like it a lot. What weapon do you suggest the most? So yeah, that one showing a G36, that's old. Kingbreaker, Fall, or M4, basically, in that order. Well, not for that build. For that build, I would say maybe either Fall or M4, and if you're okay with a Kingbreaker, Kingbreaker. But yeah, Kingbreaker is always going to be a little more annoying at mid-range where that build kind of lives. Kingbreaker is kind of fine for a tech tank where it's like close range and you're almost shotgunning with it most of the time. Let's actually see how I did Optimist in here. I think I just did 35 divided by 2, right? Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's even just steal this. As an Optimist, we can kind of just quantify as being whatever amount it is divided by 2, averaging it out over the whole map, basically. It's of course not perfect because you don't reach the end of every mag, but we can still use it a little bit as a like a ley line. As this is the best Optimist is going to be. Okay, so fast hands. So how do I do it for fast hands with this one? Yeah, we take the base reload, which for drift runner is going to be much more annoying, and then yeah, we have a calculation here leading to. Yeah, so we need the base ones for everything. Let's first put this down. Does this include the 15 from, yeah. Because yeah, we have some here that are annoying. Because this is the first time we're then dealing with weapons that do not have the -10 because they don't have a mag slot. Which is basically these four. But that's kind of fine. Let's just start with getting all of them over there. Because yeah, all of those will be minus. Actually, that's even going to become more annoying when we reach LMGs. So that should be from there. Wait, what happened? Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. That's why. Control copy, not control cut. So I need to watch out with that. Control copy, control. Get out of here. Because I put it on the green instead of on the blue. That green isn't actually a marker, basically, from the old one. So let's put that all there. Oh, actually, we need the. Yeah, so we need this now. Okay. And then So Tommy gun. Actually, Tommy gun is the green one. That's so these four. We need different values for. Because these would be minus plus 10. All of these would be plus 10 minus 10, right? Yeah. I mean, we can just take it from the. We can just take it from the. It's not that tough. I wanted to. Is this with the SMGs? Yeah, let's just take it from there. All right. Are they actually updating this? Is this updated? Ah, updating by the look of things. Yeah, Og being 42 kind of. Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, they're busy updating because they or did they copy from me? Let's figure that out. Because they should have base values. They shouldn't have my values. Like we're supposed to be different. Where is? Why can't I see it? Where is the Tommy gun, for instance? 230. Is that the same as here? Oh wait, maybe they haven't done SMGs. Have they done SMGs yet? So maybe they haven't. Where is Vector? This is a new number, or this is the new number, so at least 4 for Vector 45. This is not the new number. Also, this is. Oh no, that is right. This way is this 230. You know what? We'll figure that out at a different time, but yeah, it's good to see them actually updating. Although yeah, other people are doing it than normally. So we'll just take these numbers. 2.01. Time again, 2.01. Uh, 192. 22. Oh well, actually no. So we're not going down the same list, of course. Next up is PP19. PP19. $2.1. That kind of aligns with what 10% reload. We could also back calculate if we really wanted to, but I don't want to. So we won't. MP7 1.91. And P90 1.92. Because my tables use having the reload of the thing. Actually, let me catch up here as well. It was pretty good when it first dropped, especially for face hanging with ACS shotgun. When it first dropped, it was completely broken. Like it had at 100 stacks, it had basically the output of a 200 stack striker, with the bonus armor and stuff. Because yeah, its stacks were, instead of being self additive, they were self multiplicative. So that 100, instead of being 100 as you know, or well, now it's 110 of course, but you know, last season when it was 100. That 100 was basically around 170, so once fully stacked, so you know, pretty close closer to a chest striker than not, with the bonus armor and stuff. So, also back then striker didn't exist because yeah, the same patch that nerfed Heartbreaker, striker got its buff, so that was kind of yeah. From headshots to hits with I mean, so other games, I like the Destiny's weak point, and then you know you just put weak points on everything. And maybe they'll. I'm willing to bet with the Division 3 they would go with something like that, just to give you that option on everything. Oh wait, which talents? Oh, if it just pulsed on every hit. The thing is that still wouldn't solve that because it's not the pulsing. Well, I mean it is. Then at least you wouldn't need the linked laser pointer, but that still wouldn't solve the stacking thing. And alien work. Oh, and and hey there, Isis here. Actually, oh, you were because yeah. Speaking of the devil, we're getting something in numbers. Yeah, so keep in mind that my numbers, because usually the for that spreadsheet, actually, it's one of these as well. Is it this one? Yeah. I have it with basically the watch active as well, because I like having the numbers basically more as a, you know, how they're actually going to get used. But generally, this used to be the base numbers, which for the ARs and stuff will be the same. But especially, for instance, later on in the well, for instance, yeah, with SMGs, some of them don't have a mag, so they do have +10 reload, basically. Because, you know, normally with ARs, it's +10, -10, so it's the same number. But it also kind of depends, of course, what like if you, it's up to you guys if you want to change that or not. That's not. But generally, it's also kind of handy to have like a place where the full base stats are. Because yeah, with some of the SMGs and then like most of the big box LMGs, they do have basically a 10% reduction on my charts because I just use the number in game with a watch on, basically, which is not the base numbers, but that's also like actually what I'm going for. But yeah, good to see actually it's getting updated because not just some of the stuff being updated there. Because I'm looking forward as well to, you know, the brands that's getting added eventually and stuff. Because I keep forgetting what, like, several pieces of a thing new. But if now let's go back here. So yeah, that's not the one. So these should all be correct now, and then we just feed this back, right? Yeah. So or do I do anything weird? I don't think so, right? No, it's just so it's X. Let's like this. Wait, do I not? So one thing I need to also, we didn't use many weapons that would go underneath a second anyway. So we generally cap at a second. The thing that most people say about the reload speed is it seems to be capped at a percentage minimum of the original reload speed, but they've changed, or the original reload animation. But they've changed that so much that I'm not even sure like that is true anymore. You know what? In this list, we'll just take uncapped numbers, and we can always cap it later if we want to. Let's actually take uncapped numbers. And let me catch up here as well. And hey, Scooby. And hey there, Hitman as well. And I'm doing okay. Well, I'm feeling actually a little bit better. No longer that's that much of a head cold. So that's good. Although knowing me, the end colds, especially now that I'm getting older, it just like kind of comes and then goes and then comes and then goes for a few times and then eventually I get rid of it. But yeah, we're having a productive day. Got to do a lot of work stuff, and now we do even more work stuff. So yeah, that's what I enjoy. Like, I enjoy the finished product. Let's say it that way. So cabaret is going to be 35%. PP19. So yeah, actually, so we need a special implementation of this. Let's leave that for last. We'll come back to that one. So this plus 90. And the reason the Dark Winter is with 2 red stats there is that its reload is the old reload, its base is the old base, which in both cases is better, but also wrong, right? So we need to account for those. Measured, we'll have a special implementation of measured. Let's take the MPX one, then we have the right RPM already. So that's this one. There's one below the Dark Winter, right? Yeah, so we'll also alter that in a second. Perfect. What is the grudge now? Because they changed it to 2121, I think. Let's see. Because normal is not 1818, right? 2121. Yeah. So I'm even gonna put the plus 21 in the crit chance. Would we even be able to lose a crit chance somewhere? I mean, we could lose the... Because what we could do is actually drop the mods on the weapon and take... So when we do that, just to give Grudge and Vindictive the best chance it's gonna have. Because it's already stuck with being on a... So, and then this is plus... Actually, I'm gonna go like this, plus 10, plus 10. There we go. You're gonna just color this one a little differently, just so it's... So I know that got changed to be different on build. Also, let me catch up here for a second. Here in the straight out negotiator build I've been using isn't as hard to be as originally thought because the owner of talent is basically cancelled out by hostile negotiator. It's not cancelled out, but yeah, any kill from negotiator does not stack or does not get a stack of or doesn't like trigger the Strega talent. So a negotiator is not per se a good fit for it, but still will work. But yeah, I wouldn't per se, yeah, I wouldn't use Strega for that because yeah, if you're doing negotiator right, you're doing Strega wrong basically. So but there's plenty of other weapons that will fit quite well with negotiator. So Bighorn comes to mind. It's like in the ARs, the chameleon as well actually. I always wanted to know, but what's the point of making these? Is it to find the best weapon? So overall, it's to compare weapons on build. So while you can get there by just playing the game quite a lot, first of all, a lot of the weapons are so close that you can't. People will quite often prefer faster RPMs. In video games, although some people also just prefer like big numbers and don't look at the RPM at all. This is basically the shortcut to actually find what, at least on hard stats, because this of course does not include anything like accuracy and stability and how easy it is to shoot and stuff like that. But at least on the hard stats, you can have an answer to what is technically the best, and then from there, you can, this basically cuts out hours upon hours of running around with everyone. This is so much faster. And generally as well, you basically start at the top and you go like, does this weapon suck? If the answer is no, well, you start with burst and you kind of look at sustain and then damage per mag and go like, if first of all, the damage per mag and the sustain don't suck of the burst weapon, then you go try it and go like, okay, does it suck to shoot? Generally, if the answer to those two is no, well, if the answer to any of them is yes, you go to the next one. If the answer is no, that is generally going to be the meta weapon. Like that's just at the end of the day, the way we interact with the game. We don't do this isn't Baldur's Gate. We're not doing speech checks. We're not doing lock picking and stuff. We shoot shit. That's really all we do. That's our interaction with the world. So at the end of the day, it's really important overall to know like which weapons perform better. The game is at the moment like so easy that for a lot of content, especially solo, you can get by using whatever you want, right? But there is still stuff that is challenging. There is still incursions. There's still raids. There is still heroic countdown where if everybody is kind of running aligned to what the data predicts, like if you had easier runs than harder runs, that's kind of in the back quite often the reason. Now, of course, build isn't everything. The player also matters, but a bad player on a good build will likely outperform a good player on a bad build. Like you can make a build so bad that you cannot compete even with a horrible player that like misses half their shots and then like is barely aware. But if they in a quarter of a mag can do more than you can do in like 3 for 4 mags, yeah, it's kind of hard to compete. Slayer still that. So yeah, we need an implementation for unwavering because yeah, that's the last one here as well. Although actually, yeah, we just do it with the same as fast dance. So let's take MP7 for this one. So unwavering is just going to be a reload talent, of course, man. At least for the purposes of this, but But yeah, this is data, but you also so thing is at the end of the day as well, you need in-game knowledge as well, because we have sadist up here as a talent. Like you need to know how sadist works and that it's not always up. Same for with like killer, where something like measured can be generally active most of the time, or well is active just all of the time, like as long as you're firing, you're triggering it, stuff like that. So it does require more than just this, but this plus game knowledge is just so much better than just having game knowledge. And that's usually as well why like more experienced players turn to looking at charts like this, because with gameplay, the difference between stuff becomes, the difference between stuff is so small that it's kind of hard to, like, you could run them A/B and not feel a difference. And then what you would do is, run 5-6 runs with one weapon and then 5-6 runs with the other weapon, and that's very time consuming. This is just a shortcut to all of that. What gun do you recommend? What would you use? So for is that as a questions to theirs, or do you just mean for the negotiator? Overall, yeah. So Bighorn in the AR category is looking really good. Headshot, it is a headshot talent, so it's adding in even more to a crit damage one. So you're gonna, not get the full potential out of the talent. You would prefer an amp talent. Honestly, at the moment, maybe Bullet King, just because it looks decent as well. Bestie, you're not really interacting with the ticks, but Bestie is just really good. Chatterbox, of course, but Chatterbox is not like I don't think. Does the negotiator kills trigger Chatterbox? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. If like weak point kills don't trigger it either. I'm gonna guess neither will negotiator kills, but yeah, just general use weapons. Like it's just Strega's talent just doesn't fit in well with it. Just high ends. Or Eagle Bearer, or like if you want to keep it AR, Eagle Bearer or Chameleon or Almo, all three also still look good. It's basically any of the other exotics or just like pretty good in there. It's with 5 mils. I mean, yeah. The thing is though that it's not how low can you go? The preference is generally how high can you go? Because you can go very low and people can make up for silly builds. But yeah, at the end of the day, like even SMB would not be able to complete Iron Horse with gray builds. I'm just gonna outright say that. Because actually 511, especially if you use, in last season, you were using 511 and you were using the then existing Oreo. Because you got to remember that the 511 build, like in comparison to a purple build, like a purple build is already a step below, like even the like a decently set up 511. Because you get to keep your mod slots, you're just losing the brand bonuses. But Oreo on 511 build, which good players should be able to do, was basically the same as an Elmo glass red. So yeah, if you're putting an Oreo on it, there's no reason good teams could not do any of the generally existing content. Content is the same. Who cares? They're way longer than normally. They just did pretty good, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like at the end of the day, like if you put on a better build, you might be able to do like 4 missions instead of 3 in the same day. And then you get more loot out of it, and then you can make better builds. And min-maxing by itself is already just, you know, can be fun. Yeah, let's fix up, let's fix up for strained. So just the second number would be different. So where is, let's get, actually, yeah, so that and apartments, let's get all 3. So old relations. Let's read cabaret just to check as well. This one to 35 as well, right? Swap chain and over. It's the handy thing about having all the blueprints nowadays. Because there you go to 8 stacks, right? So 80 at cap. Oh, but also it's 8 stacks, so it's a longer firing time to get there. Which I'm pretty sure as well with strikers it might not reach. 805. We should actually calculate if it does or not as a checking number, but let's first do this. So this will be 80%. So this is this plus. Actually, isn't this in the wrong spot? Because don't I want to... So that's closing that one. That's closing that one. This one's closing that one, of course. So this closing this. And this is closing that one. What is this one then? Oh, that's the... Okay, yeah. So that one's closing that. Yeah. Ah, no, that's fine. Just making sure that we're not... So 2.5. So instead of 2.5, this is going to be... so 8 would be 4 then. Well, actually, don't we... Oh, no, it's after, right? So this would just be 4. 4. 4. That should work just by itself, unless we're hitting over the max size. So this by this is divided by 60, getting RPS, and then this is I should have it here. Is 805 divided by this number. So we need 60 rounds, and we have not 60 rounds, right? So 53. Pretty sure that breaks this, I feel. If I remember correctly. We can check it against the perfect one. Wait, so what is the normal base of the thing? Of a PP90 700, right? Yeah, 700. So if this was 700, how much? Huh? How did that not change? Oh, actually, yeah, they're of course they're a division of each other. Wait, I'm doing this wrong. Am I? Oh yeah, actually, yeah, it would need to be. So this would be is. Why am I dividing those two by each? It's how awake I am. So this is 53 divided by this number, and it needs to be longer than 4 seconds. That's actually what we need. Okay. So 805, 3.95. Okay. Okay, this is likely breaking tiny bits, but that's fine. It's a tiny bit. We're just below the 4 seconds of reaching the last. So it's likely putting one shot in as that last one, the way I've implemented it there. Okay, chip. Sounds interesting when negotiating. Yeah. And Betsy as well kind of aligns with it. You want to mark multiple targets, get multiple ticks going, and they kind of converge and stuff. So, and also the pestilence is pretty low on crit chance, which the negotiator set is kind of good for propping up guns that are low on it. So, so the control points and the elite convoys were all over. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, indeed, I'm kind of feeling a little bit better. And I'm glad it worked out for you. And always happy to hear. So now what we need is this number is now going to be this number. Right? Yeah, the combined number. Okay. And so killer we've already implemented. Wait, let's make sure actually that this strain is completely done, right? So this strain gives like 8% versus the like 67% that the other one gives, but oh well, even like 3%, 2%. Yeah. So yeah, this is the best of those, but yeah, it's annoyingly on a PP19, so that's kind of why it sucks. Okay, next up, apartments measured. It's actually well, first Thunderstrike was 35, right? Yeah, just to make sure. So let's deal with this one. So this, where is the minus? Okay, there's the minus. So it's minus 30 weapon damage instead of minus 25 on the first part, and it's the same 25% there, right? 25 plus 15, yeah. From the again, on the second half, it's 38 total weapon damage instead of 30. Okay. And then nothing else, right? Yeah, so and then minus 18, which is the exact same, right? Yeah. And then what we need to do is just link these to that one instead. Because the way that I'm setting this up, for those kind of maybe like going like, how are we like calculating these and stuff? I'm basically in the back there. So these are normally linked to basically the number up here, which is just calculating from the stats out here. But then we're basically for these talents, we're doing separate calculations out here, calculating them out to average numbers out here. So for measured, I'm taking like the first part, the second part, we're combining them, and then doing the same for the RPM and linking both the new average shot basically and the new RPM back into there. So actually, how does the RPM of the MPX hold up? Okay, so we did gain a little bit there. That's basically the symbol of it. We just implement the talent in here as well. This way as well, if we change any of the stats, it feeds back into this, because especially for instance with apartment, it might be interesting to like have grading on or off, or for some of the crit damage ones as well. Like they're at their worst when there is also max headshot, but they're at their best when there's like no headshot. So we can play around. Okay, now we need to implement unwavering. So unwavering would be, is it measured? It's done. It's already made like the things for them with the ARs one, so we're just copying them over. So unwavering, we're just gonna reuse the fast hands thing. So this is that number plus this number. So we could just replace the fast hand stacks with 400 basically, right? And it's definitely not going to be that fast. Like that is beyond animation speed. But the question is, at what number do I lock this? Because yeah, we should definitely lock this. Or maybe we don't lock it, then we just talk that it, although, well, for the calculation there. Let's leave this for now and we come back to it when we actually, we'll just take that number for now, even though it makes basically no sense. But and then yeah, what is normal unwavering actually? It's 300, right? $300. We take this, put this already here. Instead of 400, we do 300. Oh, and yeah, we need that set. Yeah, I should kind of look into, or looking up, or ask around how the reload animation lock kind of, if anybody has like an actual answer or like things that they heard. It's always Yeah. Division be weird, y'all. Best pistol for headhunter, what have in challenging. So in challenging you can get by with a lot, but yeah, actually the as Scooby said there, the harvest is overall the hardest hitting pistol. Actually, I'll link you to the DPS tables if you just for yourself you can have a look. So in that initial file in there in that folder. Just so as well for future ones, you can just go look it up for yourself. Basically, if you go at the bottom, there are the tabs. So if you go to pistol, at the bottom here, there's basically the base damage, and they're sorted by the base damage. For headhunter, as long as the weapon is usable, of course, which with pistols, all of them are usable. Like there's really like only on the shotguns, like you don't want to use the double barrel. They're kind of annoying. But basically, it's this like, this is the order if you're going for headhunter. So either you go with harvest if you have one. If you don't have one, because that was just of course the moon cake event thing, it'll likely come back with the winter event. So likely starting somewhere December, the hoarder will likely drop it again. Otherwise, a 5.86. So no longer D50s, but 5.86 or 6.86, which is the exact same weapon. So. But yeah, and definitely all of the other ones are kind of way inferior to it. So yeah, you do definitely want the 5.86 or 6.86. Both are craftable as well. So, or well, no, the 6.86 is craftable. So you could stick some time into that or just pistol target until you have a good one. But yeah, the D50 dropped by a lot, so you do definitely want to upgrade. That's other walls are somewhere to spawn. And yeah, Red World just gives you more chances as more places exist for it to spawn. Construction said, yeah, no. I mean, yeah, the strongholds basically work as a control point as well, and it's a very active control point for resources. Basically, it's always full on resources. So there's actually a whole underlying system of like if a resource system going on underneath, which they likely implemented, wanted to do more with or something, but then never did. Like the resources actually getting eaten and stuff. Like there's a whole system, which is insane that exists like that, but. We basically just interact with it with just donating, but the game is kind of keeping track of resources per control points, like underneath it all, with like those patrols returning with resources and stuff, convoys getting sent out. Place of clue. I can sit here and they try to read these spreadsheets. Well, I hope you'll feel a little bit better. And yeah, it's just being ill always sucks, but hopefully, as long as it's nothing too horrendous, we'll come out the other side happy, and you'll appreciate the times you aren't ill for a few weeks at the very least afterwards. But yeah, hope you get better and yeah, take care of yourself. New York and ones, yeah. It wasn't the normal ones. In Woni, there's basically, unless you're on normal, almost no attack teams get sent out. So that's not uncommon. Because even in DC, it's mostly only mostly a few control points that actually get interacted with. If you're all the way green, it's basically just Federal Triangle, these two, and the few in the East Mall that you might lose, but basically everything else will just stay green as long as you have it. as long as they're kind of set up. No, is there well. Thanks for the kind words, Nas. There. But also, yeah, they're not hard. They're just time consuming, kind of like this one, as we're kind of making an SMG one now. Although, well, not that, but the I should rename this SMG actually. For with talents, but I do make and maintain these. But also I use them myself, like so I would make them with or without anybody else even there, but it's handy for others as well. Where was I? Let's go back to this. So wait, did I do unwavering all of it? Yeah, so unwavering is set. Yeah, I need to kind of figure out animation lock, or like if that even is a thing, or if there's a hard cap. Because also the opinions are kind of mixed on that one. I believe it's going to be a percentage of the original animation, but they've changed the reload speeds so often as well that what does that even mean nowadays? And the thing is, one of the things I don't have good access to is just timing stuff. That's still not, you know, like actually getting rate of fires and actual exact reload times and stuff. That's just still a little bit out of my grasp. No, hey there, Pamik. Yeah, I'm feeling, well, a little bit better actually. Not perfect yet, not back up to strength, but a good night's rest and a good day of not like running around helped. But yeah, thanks for asking. And yeah, the Chansey on the YouTube chat was indeed as well under the weather. It's the season, right? It's the first few, at least where I live, it's the first few cold weeks, so I'm definitely not the only one. I did catch it. So yeah, this one's basically done. I'm not gonna sort it yet. Or maybe can I duplicate this? Yeah, we can duplicate this. Let's maybe duplicate this for now. It also actually keeps everything, right? Like even this. Okay. Like the formatting in empty blocks. So we have a copy there. Should have done that with the AR one as well, actually. Let's then actually do, you know what, let's give this a sort. So technically everything is in here now, right? We might find out that something's missing. Because we can just take all this. Oh, actually, we need to put this at 20%. Because yeah, we're going to take 20% headshot, 60% DTA, but there is no weapon here with DTA. So that helps. Wait, do any of the SMGs have headshot mods? SMG exotics? No, right? Just I realize now that we haven't looked at that. Yeah. Because yeah, we took the crit chance, crit damage from in-game, but any of them had different headshots, but they don't. Yeah, so yeah. Sort by F, data, sort range, advanced, F, Z to A, sort. Okay. We'll have this as our preliminary list with, yeah, Chatterbox and Backfire, and then Chatterbox, and then Sadist weapons. Let's put our 0 point here. Actually, I'll take the green one from here. Because yeah, let's actually get a percentage here going. So this is 8. Okay, so why not? Idea we have 1 at the end. We need to really buff it. The spore slayer. But Slayer with is like the Lady Death inactive. Is like this is the thing that kills Lady Death. It's like when it's not active, it really sucks. It always did. Even in the old list, and even when it is active, I mean it's up there. But yeah, it's not even in the attack vector with killer is beating Lady Death with that active. Although of course, yeah, you can stack it without doing anything and stuff. So this is still for PvP. There's a reason, like in Lady Death, I mean, not that much anymore still, but like at least in PvP you can kind of use it. I know we kind of see the same as with the other one. Sadists kind of winning. Wow, this Dark Winter with with Perfect Killer is basically the same as a Vector 45 with Sadist. At least at this 20% headshot rate. Just because of also the Dark Winter having better base stats as well. Because yeah, Perfect Killer isn't 30%. Like, that's not the amount it's reaching, but it's also the base being different for this thing. So, like, how much is that of a difference actually? Is this number divided by this number. So it's 5.5% from the base. And then, so that means 24%, or well, even more, maybe. Yeah. 25% from Perfect Killer. And yeah, the silliness that is Chatterbox just going into the stratosphere. This is interesting. Why this thing is so this is the basically the build I have on screen now. The Striker hazard protected version with 100 stacks of backfire is like way up there, because yeah, this is with this reduced builds crit chances and crit damages. That's actually impressive. Because yeah, it's kind of 100 stacks is, I mean, what is the 50 stack version of this? That's kind of, its half point is like in the middle. And actually, its half point is in the middle of what? Of the, what? How does this make sense? Oh wait, this is the really? Okay. Yeah, the SMG spread is kind of bigger, right? Where's the main file? How big is the SMG spread? Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Apparently that makes sense. So we have fast stance vector. Where's the attack vector? So we have fast stance stack vector in the middle of like the flat line, MP5s and stuff. Strain vector 45. Well, so yeah, few weapons with measured, and then kind of like attack vector with fast stance is bursting the same as them. This almost feels wrong. Like I feel I made a mistake here, but honestly, I'm not seeing a mistake per se here. The base is correct. Stylewise is correct. But these other ones are just so much lower on their burst, because like, yeah, So MPX is like 10% behind. So that 10% that they gain from measured kind of puts up an MPX with measured. Oh, well, where's the MPX with measured? And that was actually a little higher, maybe. Would be... Wait, I lost the fast dance one. Okay, so actually, yeah, the apartment is just above fast dance. Tech vector on burst. Although, of course, the thing is going to be their sustain. Although, well, the fast dance one is going to sustain pretty well anyway. So yeah, actually, yeah. Although, yeah, with their sustain, we kind of, that's why also I'm not going to make a sustain version yet. I need to pick a number to cap these at, or maybe a percentage of the reload or something. Wait, why is the P90 lower than the T82? Is that actually the case here? No, right? Ew. Yeah, the -1 mod, of course. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's actually. So this is why I say usually set 3%. So this is going from being here at 89% to being between sandwich between the T82 and the UMP because it's losing a mod. And that's kind of the reason we make this version as well. Actually, if we kind of look at fast hands ones, where's also the... Okay, so yeah, the 1928 kind of lives around the same as the PP19. Tommy gun, although, well, actually, no, that's a Tommy gun with... Oh, no, actually, yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, Tommy gun is kind of going to the end as well. There's also why. Because that's kind of their actual order when they go on build. PV19 is also dropping underneath MPX on build. Is there any other -1 mods up here? Oh yeah, there's 2 SMG9s. Where is... Why can't I see it? Is it above or below the Vector 45? SMG9 is definitely below it, right? A2, yeah. Let's just put that back there so it's easier to see when I'm going to the wrong one. Oh, here, they're all the way up here. So SMG9 A2. So yeah, actually, yeah. SMG9 is... that's actually, yeah. So almost a % difference between them without damage talent in there yet. So the SMG9 over the SMG9A2. So what was their gap here? Their gap was big enough, right? That was always the thing with it. So that's 96.15 and a 99.80. So yeah, kind of holding true to that. More than 3% difference means that the mod, it's worth giving up the mod as a general-ish rule. But yeah, then the attack vectors are all the way up there. Where's the other Vector 9mm? Okay, so the Vector 9mm is actually behind the SMG9. Still, yeah. Okay, so SMG9s are kind of But then yeah, the 2 mod version, at least in a build that can get by without. Well, that's basically going to be all builds. If Striker can do it, anybody else can do it as well, with SMGs at least. Because this has then 2 crit chance mods, because all of the other weapons as well are either 2 crit chance mod and a crit damage mod, just because that landed on 60. So this is basically minus that crit damage mod, but that's the same equivalency as the crit chance anyway, so. And yeah, that's kind of funny. The attack vectors with fast hands outbursting like a Banshee with measured. An Og with flatline. Yeah. Sure, why not? Although, well, they do have their own issues. Yeah, let me catch up here as I was kind of in my own world as we're analyzing there. Thunder SMG originally, yeah. I mean, maybe with reanimated we could make what's the highest base? Because yeah, we could make ARs work even with reanimated in some places, but likely with the UMP or something or T82. Actually, the Slayer has the highest base. We could take that. What's best now SMG without a kill, like we would use in PP, the apartment. Apartment seems pretty low actually. So the thing is so where's the MPX apartment? So even some of the SMGs with Optimist are above it, and that means that those with measured are also going to be way above it. Because measured overall is outdoing, at least on a red build. On a red build, it's outdoing Optimist. On a blue build, though, for PvP, you would be best off just filling in one of those the talent calculator ones that I have. But it's likely going to be between measured and Optimist. Kind of depends on how blue the build is. Also does it. Yeah, let me catch up here and see a whole discussion on the other end. I have a quick question. Once you max out the attributes in your library, do they stay maxed out and can apply them to any weapon? Yeah, basically. Palmic and answer there. Yeah, you add them once and you can use them as many times as you want to. So it's a pretty nifty and easy to use system. You don't need to like have multiples. Once you have it basically maxed out as well, once the library is full, it's full. It's just like, you know, it's a one-time deal that you kind of have to deal with. As for instance here, I still need a few of the new talents for those two. But yeah, once it's full, it's full. And it's infinite reuse. Choose between your current and 2 regulated attributes. Yeah, so it's probably said that as well. Because yeah, you have 1 recalibration, yeah, and then. So generally, looking at any piece of gear, you kind of want to look at it in, like, if you're looking at it for its final form. Let's say, you know, a Cheska chest, like that one. Preferably, you would have one thing, because there's also, yeah, talent or stats. You only have 1 recalibration over the whole piece. So you want to look at it as like, what can I make it in its final form? So for instance, with something like this, was likely with the random talent. So I optimized the stats up to make it free talentable, so I can just always change the talent and stuff. That's generally how you have to look at stuff, like what is it's going to be in its final form if I just do 1 recalibration. Say, for instance, here, just put a weapon handling here. That's the stat I wanted there, but that means like as long as I have the other 2 stats and this is a perfect talent, which is basically going to mean on this named piece is always going to be there. So that kind of works out. And after a while, it becomes second nature. Oh yes, Pomik was explaining there as well. Oh, that was what that was about. I was wondering what that like holster to holster and stuff was. Okay, that's answering the question. Yeah, let's actually. So this SMG one, I'm kind of gonna leave it at this point. I'm still gonna put it as under construction because definitely the unwavering and fast hands I need to alter. And that's likely as well. We'll reuse this one at this point and then take it back. That's also why I'm not gonna do any coloring because yeah, we need that for the sustained version or the sustained version that will go underneath it. But at least this one's up. If you want to go have a look at it, it's already up. Oh, actually, link to the DPS tables. Yes, table. There we go. These exclamation point. That leads you to here, and yeah, this is the SMG one. If you look through it yourself. But yeah, it's still going to be under construction for another 2 days or so, and it might have some errors. So for those that actually missed it, in the AR one, I actually did have an error in the SMG or in measured. That's why actually measured was higher. And turns out as well, yeah, the measured is just in the same order as everything else. That AUG is not per se higher measured than anything else. I had made a mistake with keeping a calculation here that was meant for strained. It was doing strainedy stuff, which the measure doesn't. So yeah, let's actually go mess about with this thing. Now that we have it. Is there like a daily or something we could be doing? Potomac. Oh, Potomac. This is even this one as well now. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go do it daily with the modifier on. And yeah, I don't know if anybody's interested in joining me for that, but if you are, feel free to let me know. If you have me already, you can just jump on. If you don't, you can let me know and we can get you on my friends list.
Another agent is now in your group.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the trio of damage dealing. Amateur trade ready. And yeah, let's go get. Because yeah, Potomac is boat. That's not a bad deal to kind of run there. Also, I'm gonna actually go back, so I still have that spreadsheet open. Let's go back here. So, yeah, let's just take file war only. It's kind of looking at special ammo and stuff, but this is gonna be annoying enough without that. Let's give this a whirl. Good for farming XP. I mean, yeah. Oh well, they're not gonna beat. They're of course not gonna beat.
Take out the boats they've got docked southwest of your position.
I'll keep an eye on the main entrance
Any
and make
and
sure
all,
he doesn't double back. I'm in. Main entrance is clear.
Like activity farming and stuff. Actually, what was it? Like, well, it was Friday, of course. Friday, like I came home from work and stuff. I was just like, yeah, I just want to do something. And actually, I like found myself just grabbing a priority objective and just going and doing that. I kind of like it as a system, but it's too bad that there is no group component to it, like at all, which kind of hurts it a little. I wish there was like once you group up, there was maybe like a group version of that. Like you could just like all together vote, kind of like map selection and stuff.
Another agent has joined your group.
Yeah, the right to play way to play is to be at super long range.
Serious
Well,
trauma detected.
I'm trying to like close the distance still here. Faders as well.
I'm seeing a lot of hostiles by the docks. They're securing the boats.
They must be waiting for the order to launch. If the strategist gets on one of those boats, we'll lose
Oh,
our
with
chance of bringing him in.
the strongholds.
Keep
I mean,
moving,
yeah,
we're
but
almost there.
you know, that's still. In that same time, could you do 4 public executions? I would say yes. Right? Still not bad. Like it's better than not. But if we're just going like full on into like XP farming, I would definitely say. That yeah, you can definitely out XP that. Still not bad, of course. But also good for the variety. Like I did find myself just doing the mission that it told me to do, and just
Immediate medical assistance needed.
what is that? Turns out that is not the case.
You're almost at the dock, Agent. Hope you're not too late.
I'll grab this crate underneath here.
Away from the boats! Do whatever it takes!
Well, actually not, so that will be 5.
Agents, hostiles are inbound on your position by the docks. Watch your 6.
5 public executions.
Heads up. I'm seeing a lot
need
of movement.
reinforcements on the
No
dock.
sign of the strategist.
Take out the intruders! Protect the boats!
I mean, with that boat there, that helped a little.
They're coming at me from all sides. I can't get...
Alright,
Agent down.
Kelso. Kelso? Shit. Agent Kelso's not responding. Damn it, Kelso.
my next one.
Okay, slight change
Yeah,
of plans.
sadly we don't have.
With the boats out of commission, the target
We
should
don't
still
have
be
cross
inside. We have
play.
to make sure he doesn't slip past us.
Definitely something that I'm pretty sure they're going to be considering for future versions. Although now that it's so proved, like, I think if Division came out 1 year later, it would have had crossplay, like, or Division 2. It had come out a year later. Because this was still back just at that edge where crossplay was not a common thing, and it was actually an uncommon thing because it would.
So predictable.
But still, as well, from the view of that's also why like stuff like Sony and stuff and Microsoft were always so dead set against it, because you know they always view it as like, okay, but people are buying stuff and paying, you know, a competitor, and we're footing the server costs and everything for it. Like they're buying it over there and then they're gonna play over here. Although of course that's not exactly. That guy will not die fast enough for that. Everybody has a requital. That's also the thing in group setting. Another thing is as well, so group setting was already always so much easier, especially with a decent team. With the modifiers. That's my biggest gripe with modifiers. The game's way too easy with them, especially in a decent team. Where? Oh wait, did one jump back? It was already too easy, and then the modifiers don't make it that much. Like, there's no difficulty addition there. Especially because someone will be in the right range for recordables, basically. And then for, you know, breaking shields. And hey, we're we're both in suits. And the white pinstripe and the black suit.
Without Kelso,
I mean, yeah,
capturing the strategist
we're
would
going
be
out
easy.
for a show, of course. So.
It's up to you to finish the job, Agent.
They'll have to go through the theater. Cut them off and kill them.
Not by the teeth doing heavy lifting here. Oh, sure not. Maybe someone wants a blue cord closer. It's not the worst one. I remember me hunting for a blue cord or a red cord closer for the longest time, crit chance, crit damage. And named
Is that
unicorn.
gunfire? Agent, I didn't send reinforcements. You'll need to clear
And
the
just not
building.
getting it, and eventually getting it by them adding it to the control points, so you can just get them from there.
I'm not dead. Don't everyone cheer at once.
Wait, is that Kelso?
My watch broke and I lost comms. Listen, I need you to cover me while I head for the balcony. Head down to the park.
Ow.
Thank God. Is Kelso all right?
Also, I don't feel that was right with the heavy there. I feel I dodged him, but server
An
disagreed.
agent needs assistance.
Oh,
Serious trauma detected.
I was health gated, of course. I was like, I'll just use my health gate for that guy, but... Let's hoping somebody would get that indeed, and somebody did.
Keep them away from me. Whatever you do, don't let them into the concert hall. It's our revenge.
Triple Yoti. Oh, I should drop my crit chance mod. So we could even have more crit damage. Because this is set up at 60 as a solo like kind of setup. The lowest I can really even be is 54, so I can't even really lose everything. So because at this point, basically, it's all crit damages and hazard protections. So I'm gonna stay up here for a second and kind of see how much damage I get from the fire. Set up a little further back.
I just wish your suffering could last as long as ours did.
So what was I setting up there?
Fire detected.
I got stellites. Oh, maybe I wasn't that long range. Guess you're gonna stay in the fire for a second, but yeah, you have to jump down here because otherwise you get fired up.
We've got the power of life and death now! We're going to use it!
Oh, why am I firing you? I don't know. Just once in a while taking half of a second exactly.
Got you.
No! Please don't hurt me! I'll do whatever you want!
Because I'm at 90,
I'll tell you everything!
not at
All
100.
right, calm down. Stop embarrassing yourself. So we got him.
Also, this build
That was
isn't
some
per
nice
se
work, Agent. You should be
group
proud of
friendly.
yourself.
You know, I
Together
need to
was the only way we
get
could've
the
done this.
stacking myself at. Anyway, we need some activities and refilling control points. Actually, we own a control point. But yeah, let's go capture Navy Hill, I feel. First, let's go indeed get our loot here. Wait, a commando? What? Oh, commando. Not a... I was thinking of something else there. Yeah. You guys want as well, go donate there. We can go from that side. That side's gonna be much more contested, but sure. Because if you also need to donate, you can donate here already. Because there's a lot of patrols always on this side. I was gonna turn on some directives, but
Can't wait to get back to the settlement.
I'll do that later.
Detected. From the control point in proximity.
It's gonna be a problem.
That shield's gonna be a problem. Also, where are we headed? Get up there. Yeah, demolition would, but I'm not demolitionist here. Because being a close range build and stuff, I like having a firewall. Armor break, setting them on fire, the shield is a damage bonus. Although actually, yeah, now we could take demo and go to 100. In the past as well, I didn't take demo at all because we were at 70, so it wouldn't even make me new. But now we're at 90 base. Man, 90 is already, you know, a lot like that. I'm actually gonna go close the distance, even though that's the worst thing to do with the modifier. I'm not gonna go for that. I'll just stay back. I could go for the camp, but yeah, we'll just let him come out. So I'll go something more long range after this. Kind of wanted to see actually how bad it would be to shoot a requital guy there. Not too bad actually.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Let's get our loots. Let's go get our ammo. Should remember keeping some of these Umbra parts. I forget good parts, but it's crit damage. Still want to make a conflict style Umbra at some point. Let's go get set up for defense. Let's go be a little bit forward. I think I'm just going for the spawn camp, which I mean, downside is though that yeah, like if we the half the site doesn't get the loot basically, except for the name at the end. It's kind of out of range otherwise.
Reinforcements incoming.
Yeah, I know.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
I don't know what I'm doing that side.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Immediate medical assistance.
Yes, that side up. Critical range. So definitely in this season I do want to at least dip my toes back into oh, there's an elite coming with it. Like, where are we going? Isn't there a jump up? No. There's a jump down there though. I'm just gonna actually go sit on this side. People that escape.
Incoming hostiles detected. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Surprising actually that, yeah. Never paid attention that these things are this well modeled. Just, it's shooting through. I'm getting it from the crafting I'm using in my chat. I mean, for me as well, it was I at least up front as well did know that like it's not going to get used much. It was for a high-end build. But I just overall loses against a lot of other stuff that is also always on anyway, so. That fence is nice and broken. Okay, we also have 2 control points to donate at, so for the daily...
Supply room access.
I'm gonna donate here.
Thanks for the supplies, Agent. This is very generous. Nothing much happening here.
Another 8.
Our supplies aren't looking good.
But we also have a taxi graveyard, so... So this body is West Potomac Park. I don't know if you guys have done a weekly yet, but we could definitely go to one of those, I would say. Because there's Lincoln, Jefferson, Plaza, and American history, so basically this trifecta, one of them's invaded as well. West Potomac. It's not the best targeted, but... Because yeah, let's maybe go start with Lincoln then. Let's actually practice. And then bounties and West Potomac Park. We have some bounties. We have 2 bounties. So. We'll get some more from West Potomac Park. From you think of Umbra with rifles, like ACRSS around 600 RPM. The ACRSS isn't that great, but yeah, the Umbra is a good, like, I think actually Umbra, if you're going rifles. Yeah, Umbra is likely the top pick together with Negotiator, like as an actual. I am gonna stay with this for this one. Yeah, let's actually take maybe Fog War, special ammo. Cool skills. Yeah, we'll be fine, right? I'm gonna give up my hive here for Pulse. Let's get some XP out of it, right?
We need you to secure the memorial and
For
remove
my
the True Sons
characters,
forces.
I can give some
They
else.
maintain this outpost.
I don't know if
True
I
Sons
need
will be a
to
direct threat to the
stick around,
campus.
but that's fine. Generally do it by a first come first serve. I mean, yeah, you'll still get XP and stuff, so yeah. It still works at. I want to see if I can get some stacks in, especially towards the boss fight room and stuff. 70.
Got a visual on additional
89.
hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you.
It's not
It
too
looks
bad.
closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
But the armor over rifles is pretty good pick. Like rifles, I would say most of all, Umbra, Negotiator, and
Serious trauma detected.
actually, I wanted to push in. I should
Agent
have
out of
pushed it.
function.
I was talking and not paying attention, of course, because then nobody was with me. But I knew that up front. And OD. But OD more just OD kind of aligns with it. I'm gonna swap build in a second. The brain is not really there. This is not working out for me. Should just eclipse it. Also after the next room. Keep my skills off cooldown. Oh, rogues.
Rogue agent detected.
Oh, they triggered them already. I'm gonna actually dip out and dip back. But yeah, just stay alive for a second. I'm kind of useless with that against them. Scrub that. Scrub it with a Scorpio. Because also, yeah, I have no Scorpios or anything active, so
Agent down.
that's not a fight we want to take like that. Although we can likely get them at run range. Can you do all out mod while grouping? What do you mean? It's just per person. So there's nothing per se special about.
Hostile Mender Seeker Mine detected.
It would be best if we had them separated, but also, yeah, the modifiers
Hostile
making
Airburst Seeker Mine detected.
easy work of them. Oh, we died? Or did I've already used my shield.
Rogue agent eliminated.
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.
120, yeah. Got to swap out my shield before coming back. Yeah, I'll be right back. You guys continue. It's the easiest spots. I said I want to stay that. Well, also I want to go eclipse. I haven't eclipsed much
Civilians in
recently.
distress.
Hey, these guys will help me murder myself even faster.
Knowing the last thing you're gonna see is my face.
Hey! Moving to their flank. Copy that. Engaging target.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. Agent vital signs 0.
Just use that as a respawn and a reset.
Hostile control point identified.
On the last wave.
Damn it. The true sense of turning
Yeah,
the
what I
boy
should
into a base.
try.
There's an area beneath you with increased security. Isaac can't
quicken.
access data on this location. Stay alert. I don't know what you're walking into.
Is there anything else that does like? Just looking for if anything else kind of affects skills and stuff, but it's actually wait. Did I give up retribution for it? I did. Wait, does by the because it does apply for bestie ticks and stuff. Does it apply for fire? I haven't. Why are we? Yeah, just we just push along. Like all of this is just like the door that we have to wait at is much further anyway. So. It's like there's all of this can be opened and stuff, and if somebody's ahead, like the rest will catch up to them.
Detected.
Heads up.
Just by
Isaac just ID'd those shells as chemical weapons. Can't afford to let
needing
the
to
true
open
escape with
doors.
those. You've got to find a way to close up that tunnel.
There's a way that's really important in front of where we fight. Pero they're linked here as well. Amateurs looted this mission already today.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those mortars loaded with DC-62.
That sounds work for me. Nice of all of them to spawn in the same spot.
That should keep them from getting more of those mortars.
You think closing the tunnel was smart?
That's exactly how I wanted to get up there.
I'll make sure you rot down here.
Flip. Let's just make that less bright. Oops, a bunch of reflect. 20% is still 20%. Yeah.
Good work.
Tardigrade.
Go on and head back up. The team from the campus has taken position inside the memorial.
So that's the True Sun's specific targeted, or a specific boss drop, basically. Specific source. And you get it way too much. Yes, that. But I'll take an exotic component. I'm surprised actually that they didn't touch much in the way of like stuff like Ridgeway, stuff like Tardigrade, stuff like
I know they would have used
Imperial Dynasty.
and we would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our side.
Or like Rugged.
Thank you.
Today, we dealt a great blow to the True Sun's infrastructure. We confiscated a massive cache
Anyway,
of
let's
chemical
go on to
weapons.
the next one, American history.
Proud.
Actually,
Saved a lot of
just for a
lives
second,
today.
I might actually swap the position of this.
Hostile
'Cause
control
actually, I want
point
to try this
nearby.
with Retribution. Because Quicken is 3%, I think. Wonder if it's per pellet or if it's per hit. Let's take the same 3, right? Disrupt is not... I mean, it's deadly, but it's not as deadly. Yeah, so... Nah, it's a snitch. We gotta do a snitch check, man.
Near as we can tell,
Hey,
Black Tusk is
these
spread out
guys seem
throughout the building.
familiar.
Be prepared.
Deja vu. I've been to this place, people. Killing these heavies over and over was such a chore. Well, we did it and we got 125 heavies murdered. Which I'm curious, like if I stack up if I stack up
Needs assistance.
Retribution a little. How that will impact that. Let's see the chest indeed. Let's get this behind the statue.
I've got a live.
Sending contact. Copy. We'll take them together.
Right, retribution is definitely per hit and not per pellet. Or per shot, not per pellet. was kind of paying attention to that there. Because if it was per pellets, I would be full there. Although, wait, was that dog in mid-range? I wasn't actually looking at that. I was looking at the retribution. Maybe with a dog here, we'll see. Or that's per shot. The damage difference between this and a normal run. Yeah, that will eventually lead me to just turn off the global events, the global modifier. It's just too easy. Let's go trigger the thing.
Hostile civilian targeted.
Also, more than anything, I'm also curious what they'll do for future seasons. And it would be weird actually if they never brought any of them back as well. Either. Surprised they haven't actually like thought about that. They could just bring them in basically in the same way as a global event or something. A week of like the old version is being there in the future.
Serious trauma detected. Agent down. System curtailed. Vital signs critical. System reactivated.
You're making good progress. Take it
So
steady.
he's just upstairs. Make sure to get that loot as well. Some good loot there.
Laptop detected.
Move it!
Grab some of these shotguns. Return the favor to some of these guys.
Download complete.
We'll review the data you just downloaded and see what we can make of it. Continue your sweep.
I'm getting a flurry of movement right outside.
Oh,
the
actually, I'm on
north
the.
entrance.
Didn't even pay attention to that. I'm on the setup version of this build. Well, not the worst idea here. With the Eclipse fire
This must
with
be the
that
last of them.
backpack
Take them
is
down,
it's
Agent.
pretty horrendous, but setup is not the worst addition.
You're gonna bleed out right here.
System malfunctioning. System back online.
I don't know.
Chopper and then the door.
Area secure. Good work.
So basically every one of these missions, because the artist tool is definitely like this mission, right? Like basically every mission we're getting like that. I think they really overtuned the drop rates for that, or it's just set to guaranteed. But those names that they added
Target the
for
site
some
and see what you can
missions.
find.
Set it up and yeah, let's take special medical skills. Yeah, let's we can deal with that.
We need to prevent True Sons from using the Metro to transport chemical weapons. So start by disabling any operational trains you find.
You can't let those munitions be distributed. You saw what they did to the castle.
Last mission we need, and then yeah, activities West Potomac and some True Sons bannies.
Gotta get this done. Right.
One more shot, right?
This guy have a mosquito. Oh yeah, no, I'm opportunistic as well. Oh yeah, I can make this a normal version. Resources there need. Actually, no, it's the normal version right there.
On the top.
That's what I did. Marks are kind of useful for sometimes seeing where stuff is spawning. If there is a mark.
An agent needs assistance.
Is it just
We may
reflects?
have eyes on Wilson. Outside near the main entrance to the mall. We need to terminate this son of a bitch. There's no direct route from your position. So you'll have to divert through the
That's
hotel
here,
and
neat.
into the mall.
Yeah, I can might as well. Yeah, the special ammo is on, so some bleed will happen there. Replace black dust with
Hostile
legendary.
radio
White dust
intercepted.
and call them legendary.
Get the munitions. We
I
gotta
mean, they have
secure
legendary for a lot of stuff. Legendary doesn't mean anything except, you know, what does open world legendary even mean? Yeah, they just put reskinned enemies, which is what they seem to have done. Just more health and armor. That's not. That's also why they're kind of distancing themselves with like the climax mission now being called the master difficulty or like the special version of it. Honestly, overall, my thoughts on the Chinese version are that yeah, it's kind of bad. It's set up to be very predatory. It's set up to be very, at least from all the things that I've seen, a lot more grindy. It's more First Ascendants than Division to me, and I don't think that's good. And yeah, it's kind of also a good reminder of like, yeah, actually, as much as we bitch about Division, Division's monetizing and Division's kind of just, you know, design style, design language that it uses is a lot better than a lot of its competitors. Oh, Division even like the season premium or like premium pass or the season pass is less required than a lot of other games. And some stuff like that. So. It doesn't push you just to spend, it just goes like, hey, here's a cool thing, do you want to pay for it? No, that's fine. No, you can still get to endgame without grinding 200 hours, like the full thing. And lots of, yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing is, there the grind is there to entice you to to get you to spend, because yeah, you can skip time by
Still by the entrance. We've spotted a mortar team with them. These are probably the fuckers who attacked the castle.
Yeah, spending money instead of time.
Hostile forces incoming.
Oh, it's two behind us. Oh, yeah. Usually a few engineers that spawn on this end.
Serious trauma detected. Entering contaminated area.
As honestly as well, I wouldn't think
Detected.
like
Contamination
actual
level lethal.
actual legendary in open
Readings are
world would not
insane.
be
You have to have a lab nearby for
a
weaponizing
usable
this
thing
shit.
to do in
Make sure
Division.
you put it out of
Because the
operation.
drone spam and then like the enemies, the way they're set up, that's not they're not very well designed if you were to just take them like that and put them in the open mode, because like, if you even look at how legendaries get played most of the time, by like if you're gonna go through them pretty quickly, there's a lot of spawn camping going on, and that's because you kind of have to, because if you let them get out and let them do their thing is gonna murder you, very, very much so.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
A route I was hoping they would take.
I ain't already.
I just doesn't want to be sledged. He's
I'm
just
sending a
like,
team to dismantle the rest
no
of that
thank
crap
you,
once
no
you clear the
sledge for me.
site.
It's like standing in my literal grenade. Not caring. What if I was used for state as well? So honestly, just quicken and retribution. Just a little bit better paced. There isn't that much that will help here. Like I could take the Hasbro and stuff. Liability seems to apply. Like high liability is like the... But I do need to be close range to them as well for it to like fly. So it's still not up most of the time. As well, retribution just by itself is pretty good. Just also for making, you know, my main weapon actually a lot more effective. Like, there's a lot more damage going on there. Actually, I still need to do a bunch of testing for like what actually does and doesn't maybe apply to things. Because by the teeth as well, you can make it apply, but I'm generally not going to be at the ranges required. Well, I could make myself be at the ranges required. Thing is, I need to also get some hits at long range, and that's kind of like... That's not a Scorpio thing to do. That is well. I'm trying to mostly...
Exiting contaminated area.
Just make them not fire back too much, so that the special ammo doesn't affect people much.
Vital signs critical.
Right, oh, that was... I at some point somehow made a foam happen.
Agent down.
Yeah, we're at the edge of it as it reflects.
Don't let Wilson get away.
Actually, that one's, I think, better than the one I had. Donate that one.
No more contacts. Great work. Wilson's unit is out of action, and you've crippled True Sun's chemical warfare efforts. Also, Kelso just reported in to confirm the survivors from the castle settlement
Actually, on the
have
mid
safely
stat,
reached the
it's
rooftop
worse
settlement.
anyways.
There's no one doing what happened to them, but at least you've made sure it won't happen to anyone else.
There's somewhere to do aggro and extra damage from modifiers and background swap. Sorry again. Oh, we have cool skills on, like we had cool skills on for the mission, so I wouldn't want to at any time do any other skill things. But yeah, we'll go. That is like, yeah, that is a thing. But also, I'm like, I don't know. Well, yeah, let's swap actually back. Well, actually, I'm gonna swap off Eclipse. Let's go get cleaned up, and then we have a bunch of activities to do. But let's first clean out our inventories. A second. When's our time? I should. It's like, why am I even looking at this? But I was looking at it. That's not usable. Nah, closer's kind of easy. Share that just in case somebody wants it.
Nice doing business with you.
Yeah, actually, I want to mess around with the combat medic in the open world. Let's do that. We'll take also no regen. They'll allow us to have no regen on. I need to first, though, go back to this and then by the teeth. And then we do that. We'll go against True Sun, so let's take those four. We just won't have Pistolero.
Thanks for the deal.
The world is reset. We have some bounties to do. We have some activities in West Potomac. And it's annoying that, of course, yeah, the True Sun's bounties are never gonna go here. They always go to Constitution. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. See, although nothing exists at the moment. Get some public executions over here from these two control points. What's the target of this Empress? Yeah, loot isn't that worth it. Let's go get that territory first, and then public second, and then hopefully in the meantime something spawns there to give us a True Sun's bounty. I have two. So likely others have as well, a few, but
Civilians in danger.
I'll say the thing I want here especially is also not the +1, but the haste. I'm going to be using my hive and then letting my chem kind of recharge. These guys are likely gonna be there in a second.
I'm losing armor.
Incoming hostiles detected. Access key detected. Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Waiting over here, man. Do you want some of those? Yeah, I'll look at the public. This one. Just fast out back to title and go that way. And either I'll go with Ben. Activate and activate modifiers. No, but that breaks a lot of stuff as well, though. So, yeah.
You eyeballing me?
They should actually put that back in there. One second, we'll go through the store center. Then they're gonna spot us, but we can't see through that door. I'm actually gonna kill this mini tank because we're gonna have a defense right here as well. I can't run into this thing.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
No, supercharge here. One there, another one there.
An agent needs assistance.
Yes. Let up with the high vex. Like that.
Is that it?
Maybe that's a name group in the distance or not. So it's just a random from this. Random from something else.
Thank you for saving my life.
Long way around. And I'm actually not gonna grab the bounty. I wanna keep my bounties in West End. Let's go get this convoy while it's coming down. We'll just run from here.
The target is nearby.
Because maybe from there also we go into just doing the territory control up north here.
Hostile control point identified.
Is it these guys or is it? Oh, there's a name group as well.
Incoming hostiles detected. Serious trauma detected.
I was like, can I just burn through that guy with just
Agent down.
thingy up, but
Ammo? Gonna back me up.
Detecting additional hostile
I'm trying to
contacts.
supercharge here. Put over charges I already have.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Let's actually destroy that mini tank in there, but that's actually the thing that's making me keep spawning. This should now be that last. All over the place. Yeah, knowing it's nighttime, so not much is spawning. Yeah, let's maybe just go for the territory control. That'll be our 4th and 5th, and I mean, I guess we have enough bounties between the 4 of us. I have 2, and then somebody else has a few. Then we're gonna be good. And with no regen, there's of course no regenning. That also means that I do like always running. That makes combat medics and stuff quite viable.
You're mine now.
Let's go kill these. 12 jets? No, we have. Definitely have.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
This armor's ready to quit.
And especially with these mods and stuff, this build can actually even kind of compete with doing actually damage. True Sons and Requital are pretty... I should push it.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Gonna kill you.
An agent needs assistance.
Setting up.
Luckily that turret couldn't reach me.
Vital signs critical. Agent down.
There's a bit of patrol coming. Let's look at those guys. In a sec. I should just sit in my own healing for a sec. It's back to full. As with no regen, you can just somewhat bypass it with just having a little bit of healing. And this is what this is. This is a little bit of healing. Yeah, let's deal with these guys.
This armor is.
But still has some hefty damage. And those guys are coming to it. Let's just go get set up for defense. Here. sure to assist with that. Okay. Got it. Yeah, let's call him in. Well, actually, for me, maybe Quicken would be a good pick here. Because I'm actually kind of... I'm set with that, right? So maybe I should take Quicken. What's my stats now? So 50. Okay, I mean, there's a peyote basically always
Detecting
active.
additional hostile contacts.
Pretty good, gonna keep an eye on my
Heavily armored hostile detected.
audience. It's not too bad. How much jet shooting there? The shielded guys in the wrong range.
An agent needs assistance.
Because if they're in the wrong range, just, you know, swap the range or...
Behind them.
Serious trauma detected.
Target is near you,
Oh,
Agent.
yeah, because it's not gonna out-heal the amount of damage you especially can do against yourself. That's a lot you can do with
Supply room access unlocked.
Requital. I remember it. So the game called Division has so much involved in it, yeah. I feel it's always the I mean, yeah, but just change your range. Like, just murdering yourself is always a bad idea. Oh wait, this doesn't count as 2. Or were we on... Oh, right, we did 2 things, and then we did that, and then... Well... No public sea reader. So we got that territory over there, right? In a second. Actually, yeah, we should go get our loot. Didn't even... forget we killed a bunch of people over here. This guy was so far out, he was in a different target. Wait, let's go from DZ gate indeed. Go for that. But they should do a faction and call them like the multipliers or something like that. And it's, hell, you could even make it something, you know, Mormon or something. Mormon based, and then it's just, you know, they have a lot of kids, so that's what they're called, the multipliers. And then
Hostiles guarding
you know,
location
will be
nearby.
the multipliers versus other, you know, the multiplicatives versus the divisions. Yeah, extra patrol in here as well. Yeah, I mean, Tucson seems to have the most reflect guys, generally. But yeah, I mean, it's not too hard to deal
Hostiles
with.
detected.
Oh, they're gonna be right there. I'm just gonna supercharge here. the end needed. Oh yeah, then they could be, you know, they could be the multipliers. And then we are the division, they're the multipliers, and then we just need some, you know, maybe some behind the grifter or something, and they're the additives, and then we need some subtractors. It's likely gonna go into the sewer. Let's just go do it in the sewer. Yeah, let's run to the sewer. Let's go do it in the sewer. And let's maybe cheese the sewer a few times. We'll just run back to like the
Friendly combatants
the
nearby.
garage area and then trigger it again and then. Oh shit! While we're passing here. Oh yeah, I have one pistol with swap speed. I don't know if anybody needs that for a library. Oh yeah. Pistol, second stats, third stats are always one of the last ones, see if people get them.
Target near you.
They shouldn't. What a chest. If explosive damage worked for... Oh, hi. Explosive damage worked for Hollywood, that would actually be a good chest though. Crit chance, crit damage, obliterate China chest. But sadly it doesn't, so... let's see what... Legend maybe.
Agent, target spotted.
Oh, that's legend, yeah. Oh, I don't even have. Actually, yeah, no, I want to keep the flatline. Or flatline, the reach perfect. And let's grab all the keys and stuff as well along the way. Filling back up with those. Fun backpack, more repair when full. Any use for that? Not per se in this build. This build, like, I want to do damage. I want to be able to do as much damage as I can do. Which means striker backpack is not really beatable. I don't have a charger. Oh, hi.
Agent down.
Second there.
Target neutralized. Good work. That's the target, Agent.
But a safeguard actually for Redify is maybe, so I already have in the build collection.
Also, control points nearby.
Because I already used safeguard for that. The thing is though that you don't have.
That's your target.
You don't have. Oh yeah, getting with the chest on. But you don't have much healing, so
Target down. Good job.
that kind of helps with that. Downside though is, yeah, you do give up a lot of damage on yourself.
Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
Generally, I prefer to keep my own damage high as well. Decently high as well. And let's go around and loot this whole area up. And then we'll run back to the start. And grab a few more bandies. Do another for me. Well, we should have, like, between the 4 of us. I have 2 here. If other people also have, like, 1 or 2 here. Worst case, we can also go get some, like, if we run out. Because all of the True Sons ones go here, so we'll just go do like 1 in Southwest. And so that's the last one for the weekly. Because I like it as well. For now, we'll finish up the weekly. And then I have to actually get out for a bit. And then I'll be back in the evening. I have like another, like, 45 minutes. So, yeah. Once everybody has all their stuff, let's start heading back. Here. Because actually, we can pop it there and it'll go somewhere else, but we should do that on the 5th one. Here we can just run back and forth and just... Because most of the time it puts it here anyway. Because there's a little bit of cheesing that you can do here. It's just not worthwhile in the same way that, you know, that like one location is worth it. Very much so. This one, if we are kind of out here-ish, but up this one, high likelihood that it'll go here again.
Target
there's
is nearby.
Much more running involved, so this isn't per se worth doing unless you know, need something specific from here. So actually I'm gonna try. Watch out of those reflex. Okay, if the reflex is up, just close the distance. Because yeah, I can't add heal the amount of damage that. Actually, that's not for us, is it? It's already moved. Those guys get to live. I'll leave that healing to me mostly as I have the least damage anyway. That's too bad. 612s are no longer useful because will be it'll be handy. Got a good one there. With this, so for instance as well, designated hitter would give up so much damage. Here the capacitor is the big that's good. In charge here. Yeah, generally just always go upstairs. This one's so.
Target neutralized. Good work.
I'm gonna supercharge here actually. So we know it reach downstairs as well, but didn't. I was like, keep forgetting actually that I have Overwatch on the chest. I have an Obliterate chest as well, which is jamming actually. What could actually be much more in cover than I am. I feel like
Got the target.
playing combat medic and just for the
Looks like you earned yourself another
you kind of have
bounty.
to
Well
learn to
done.
both shoot a lot and then also do all of the other stuff. Like basically you're playing a full red build and then also at least in the playing side of things, and then also try to keep a mental map of like where everybody is in relation to you, so that's why you see that they're getting hit and stuff, that you react. Actually, does somebody have a bounty? In fact, run all the way back, because we would need one. Because I'm out. That was my 2. Oh yeah, in this zone. Yeah. Oh, Tiny says they have some. Oh, also, especially specifically True Sons, of course. But also, they mostly go here. Oh, well, everybody has thumbs up. Because we need 3, so. If you could make changes to the game, what things would you tweak? This car should be black. There. Overall, I mean, like, as with most things, I could like go through a whole list. Yeah, just whoever has one, just pop it. It'll likely go here anyway. Oh, actually, it didn't. Let's try to keep it here, and then with the last one, we'll do 4 here, and then the last one will stand in it, and then trigger and then go somewhere else. Oh, but yeah, try popping it again. Cancel that one. We're hoping for our dear friend Manny's.
Target is near you, Agent.
First one. Oh wait, is this? Okay, that's just. Oh, it's a normal one. Yeah, preferably if we have some heroic ones, would be nice. Let's just get this one then. Determined comes to mind. Either Determined or Headhunter.
Target spotted.
Oh no, I mean, I think multiple people were popping there because I canceled this one and instantly another one came in. So. That's fine. I mean, it's still at True Sun's ban. You know, I'll just quickly do it and then run back right away.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Also, this just cleans up, you know, that off whoever's map it
That's
was.
another one down. Good job, Agent.
So we'll pop one more there, and then for that last one, we'll just stay in the bounty area and just make it go somewhere else. It's probably around the same amount of running, and we can loot somewhere else. Because other places do have other loot. Oh. They might see us in a second, but actually, yeah, they did.
Agent down.
Yeah, Jeffrey does replace. Slowly get you guys back to full. But yeah, feel free to. Or I showed that already. Whatever. We'll cancel that one again. Today it's being like normally it just always wants it to put it here. Today it's being actually polite and putting it around the zone, but yeah, I went there again. I'll cancel it again. Well, that's what I would, for instance, want to see changed. It really doesn't want to go here. Are we in it? No, right? No. Only out. Yeah, sometimes it's stubborn. But I pop it again. Let's see if it does go here. Worst case as well, we can go somewhere else if it keeps doing it. But yeah. It's good. Let's just go do it there. It's being stubborn. You go from the safe house and just go do it in there, and then we'll pop one in there. Like let that one go back to the sewer. We'll just do the running. But yeah, I should finish that sentence. So I thought, yeah, buffing up a bunch of the gear sets and stuff. Just tip of the spear, system corruption. True Patriots, X0, Rigor, Aces as well. All could use a little bit more than they have. And not per se just in damage. There's other things than damage. And like that. I can. Try to get close to that guy. Let's get this up here. Is it possible to complete the endgame activity solo using only skill builds? Depends on what you define endgame activities as. Because yeah, you can definitely play like most of the stuff. That does.
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, when they reflect, just or just leave them just like the other two people are kind of outside of that range, you know, so I get them. But yeah, just trying to power through, like reflect, especially on a heavy like that or something. Because actually as well, like if you fall back a little bit, there's like your red range.
There's the target.
Agent, target spotted.
What's going on?
Target neutralized. Good work. That's the target, Agent.
So, but yeah, you can definitely do a lot of things solo. But yeah, the incursions, raids, those are basically fully out of the question. You can LFG for them pretty easily and stuff as well, which, you know, is not, of course, solo, but is solo adjacent, you know. Because there's a lot of players that are not in clans that don't really play much with others, except for, you know, joining up for some raids and stuff like that. But more than most games, yeah, you can get a lot done solo. Basically also like getting all the builds and stuff. Like, it doesn't stop you from getting certain, well, most of the gear. There's some gear that is tied to incursion, there's some gear that is tied to raids, but none of them are like, no, it is some of the better gear, but it's not like only you need it, otherwise you don't compete. Let's get it at close range. Accidentally fall out of that close range.
Nice. Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
Some of my own healing. And yeah, whoever has one, feel free to pop it while we're in here. It'll go somewhere. No, it's gonna. Okay. Yeah, it's actually I wasn't aware that it was desync wise as well. Yeah, it's in the sewer again. Let's go back. Let's go back there. We'll just run back there. I'll be the last one anyway. At least for me as well. Just
Friendly combatants
we
nearby.
need to still do some work stuff, and maybe as well take a short nap. Because in the end, after last night as well, just stayed up a little bit and
Target is near you, Agent.
made it way too late. Actually, if we want to go around this thingy, let's not go all the way south here. Oh, and up that way. I know there's a patrol likely, yeah, passing by there. Need to dispatch these guys too.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, they've got my range!
We did take quicken already, right? Hello, armor. Hitting over the mounts.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, this is, or is it? Oh no, yeah, this is not a true sense bounty. Yeah, I was gonna just do it anyway. We'll run back to the start afterwards, right? We'll just do an extra one. But also against these guys, which had more for the flame rounds. Well, actually, yeah, now with the healing also having a little bit of hazard protection, that's kind of nice. Helps a little. Bumps it up a little. The coin, the baton, and the mard. What is a baton? Like, I know what a baton is, but... Yeah, check him down.
Target down. Good job. Target spotted. You got the target. Nice.
You keep an eye out on Quicken and really how much it helps, but
That's
also
your
kind of
target.
hard to keep track of all that. Oh, that's
Hostile striker drone detected.
barely in range.
Target down. Good job.
Seems to be a limit on it or something, or a cooldown. Like sometimes I'm looking down and like seeing it jump up. Oh, it's a medium
Another
range, of
one
course.
down.
Okay, yeah,
Good
yeah,
job, Agent.
that makes sense. Reading the modifier explains the modifier.
Detected.
Most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to the entryway and yeah, let's see. Just if it goes here, we'll do it here. If it goes somewhere else, we'll go somewhere else. Okay, some of the bills you posted on G-Drive are close. Let's see. From my perspective, since the skill bills work good in closed environments, depends on what kind of, because the third drone hybrids basically, the third rows. I would say those are actually like in open spaces where there is, you know, a big arena to fight in. They were kind of okay there, especially as well. It's mostly more skill builds kind of fall behind. Yeah, let's just go do it there. Let's not spend time. This one is true sun. Yeah, let's just go do it there. Should I actually just spawn that while we were in there? It's my bad, man. And then, yes, something like Oxy is very situationally really good. When, like, enemies are all together in a spot, preferably dozens of them. Oh, at least like a few.
Target near you.
Sure hope somebody.
Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
It's not paying attention. Those guys were there. Let's go deal with these guys. Okay.
Don't bother coming back.
We'll leave them to somebody else. That's in mid-range. Shogun's done pretty alright in OW. Glass kind of bad position. Oh, open world. Yeah, I mean, the open world is definitely like a place where you have to, especially with Took Drone Hybrid, you have to kind of like the fog of war can be deadly, basically, like, very much deadly. Box off this too. Or just close the distance to.
We've got one down.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Because it needs a little, yeah, you're just, it's kind of, you have to either put yourself into corners, basically, with which you can do with a lot of like control points and stuff. I used to run it a lot for control points and stuff. and that kind of stuff where, but yeah, just full open world
That's
where
the
it's a
target
little bit
agent.
more exposed. But then, yeah, positioning really matters. Like, you need to put yourself in places where your back is kind of covered, because especially if you have fog of war and you're not kind of set up on a drone. Jesus Christ, thing is fast. Bump his boats.
Got the target.
I think I'm being named. I broke his weak point like 4 times.
That's your target.
Okay. They're coming from outside. Actually, supercharge here. Oh well, they're coming from like downstairs. Oh, they jumped out. Okay, yeah. So let's get our loot in here. Oh, one's coming. I think the rest of them are outside. Yeah. So get all our loot here. Yes. Strike ammo. Yeah. Also, actually, I like it. So, for instance, certain hybrids, I do like them. I would prefer to run that over, let's say, just a full red. Partially because I'm also kind of used to, positioning myself and then stuff like that, and then. Honestly, having the turret and a drone there is going to save me more than like a red oftentimes is capable of. Yeah, let's go get. That was the weekly. That's also why. Suddenly,
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
thing was completely full. Let's go back to the White House. Let's see if there's anything we're keeping or sharing and stuff, and get cleaned up, and then. Oh, Maplum. Coming in actually as I'm also kind of sunny. Or well, getting ready to jump off. So. And yeah, I kind of have to as well because the thingy, but we'll definitely pay it forward and yeah, thanks for the raid, definitely. And yeah, I'm doing good. Hope you've been hope you had a good stream. I'll definitely give you a shout out here as well. Let's get that then. Yeah, and indeed, we usually at least my afternoon usually ends at around the same time you end. Let me catch up to some of this as well. The striker, the Umbra, I'm not a fan. I'll play some of the try to negotiate and such like it. I mean, yeah, it does take some getting used to though as well. Come and keep the build around, play around with it a little bit more. For myself as well, it took me a while to really get going with Umbra, for it to click more. Actually, maybe not more so than Negotiator, much more so. I've ran Negotiator for forever. Negotiator has been in the game for always. So just gonna share that just in case somebody has some bad ideas they want to make with it, and I'll also share that, but that's way too expensive. But just in case somebody wants to mess with that as well, need to donate to my proficiency. Still haven't completed 27 yet, although I could just resource my way through it and stuff if I really wanted to. We'd have enough. But I've just been putting in the simple resources and stuff, and we're getting there. Almost done. So what do I have here? Strega, most likely just. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a few levels into Strega because I'm likely pull up on these again. And we don't need to be. And just Pop all my caches as well. That's broken. If you lose armor from bleed, then it's fast. Well, making 100%. You should lose bleed. You don't. Depends, because it will cut the remaining duration in half. So bleed isn't that long anyway. But I haven't actually messed around with it. If it's sure, maybe do some testing with that. It's easy enough to make yourself bleed with 95. 95 thing. I'm gonna grab that tactical in a second. This is all overflow on the ground.
Nice to see you, Agent.
But I could see that being messed up.
Thanks for the business.
Pretty sure, at least in PvP, from what I've seen, it does seems like it's just a 50%. It's not like clearing. It's not clearing hazards or status effects. Honestly, as well, that wouldn't be like the worst thing, because it still would be pretty inconsistent anyway. Oh, right. Or do you mean it's continue to bleed even if you're 100% Hasbro? I mean, that would just mean that you're not 100% Hasbro. Lose armor from bleed, and with heal, you get 50%. Or, oh, is it maybe a different sys? That could also be it. It could be 50% of the remaining value. Huh, actually, I haven't looked into that. I haven't looked at like if it's how it stacks with normal hazard. Because yeah, it could be 50% of the way, like it could be actually a different reduction. So it could be 50% from hazard, leaving you at 50%, and then this is removing a 50% part of it, so you still have 25% of it. There, that would be my instant guess with that, because that's usually what a lot of games do wrong if they have reduction systems. Or some do it on purpose that way, just so you can't have like full reduction. That could be as well that it's not recalculating effects that you already have. That could also be it. So it could be that the bleed, when it got applied, it did the calculation and just you have that duration. And then you getting more Hasbro does not per se fix that up. Yeah, I'll leave my allies to it to go and frolic. But yeah, I do want to thank Amateur and Phaedrus and Tiny for joining. And hope you guys had some fun and some loot and some XP and some stuffs. As I said, we did a daily and a weekly and even the other daily. So yeah, we got some loot.
Agent is no longer in your group.
But yeah, I'm gonna drop group here as well and leave you guys to it.
You have left the group.
And yeah, I gotta mess around with that backfire one. Although I should run this solo at some point and without modifiers and kind of see how that goes. This one's also then ready to be added to the collection, the updated version. Likely this evening we'll continue working on the SMG thing, and then also on the ongoing, that's actually the other build that's getting updates, and might actually start working on the build collection at some point. And yeah, let me catch up as well. Oh yeah, no worries, Plum, and yeah, thanks once again. I know, welcome raiders, but we're gonna just we're gonna take that boat and we're just gonna like make two boats and then just side by side, and we're gonna go somewhere together. Because yeah, I need to also hop off as me kind of oftentimes on the afternoon. Well, for me, it's the afternoon, his nights. We usually kind of end around the same time. But yeah, we're definitely, of course, going to raid someone. I'm going to go find somebody for us to do that too. And yeah, we're going to... Oh yeah, it's also not that long. So yeah, we're going to go with Toasty, as we often do. And yeah, I'll be back in the evening. We're gonna continue on with like this SMG thing. I still just, oh well, that is not the SMG thing. This is the SMG thing. That was the AR thing. This one's already as well in the burst and sustain table. So I should link it one last time for those that are maybe looking earlier. But yeah, the SMG one is still labeled under construction, but you can already look at it, and it's already sorted with the new numbers. And yeah, the SMG one is this one, SMG on Striker. And yeah, there's actually some interesting things in here with with some of the lower weapons, like at least with the ARs, they're so close to each other that like let's see, like a FAMAS with fast hands and a TKB with Optimus kind of like overlap out there. But with the SMGs, so like the TAC Vector here with fast hands somewhere, yeah, the TAC Vector. So this is the highest burster with then fast hands, so not adding to burst, or you know, basically no damage talent. Is next to an MP5 with flatline. Or a Vector 45 with strained. Like that's how much those two vectors are kind of ahead of each other. I would maybe as well expect that we'll have to see how willing they are to balance again if they... Because yeah, those vectors definitely, like, I think it's only really in the SMG category where there is like a clear pick. But even then, those clear picks, they're still annoying because they eat ammo. They have very low optimal range in comparison to some of the other choices you can have and stuff. So at least on damage, there is a clear choice where, you know, with ARs and stuff, it's so close that, yeah, FAMAS and F2000 still top picks, and Fall kind of just behind them. But then it becomes a kind of little muddy. So yeah, we'll leave that there. I'm gonna go start that raid on Toasty. I'll be back in like 4.5 hours-ish time, 9 o'clock Central European time, my time. Yeah, we're just gonna continue on. I might though, yeah, we might start actually doing some stuff to the build collection. That's the part we haven't touched yet at all. But also not much has changed, honestly. We just need to upgrade everything. So for now, enjoy Toasty. I'll be back in a little bit. And as always, have a good day.